Jamal Musiala to Manchester City. What have you made of this?
Oh, that'd be great. Right. Anybody wants to play for Manchester City. I mean, I think Musiala would fit into just about any team, as I've said. I mean, although not the same, but similar to what Jude Bellingham can do, obviously. And we see what he's done at Real Madrid. Just look, I mean, a player with so much upside, obviously, great between the lines, can combine, which is important, of course, at Manchester City as well. Good with his ball at his feet, obviously, to take players on as well. So it makes sense. I mean, if you threw up his name for just about any team, I'd say, yeah, that makes sense. And Musiala would make you a team better. However, I don't think it's going to happen because Pep wants Joshua Kimmich. And so there you have it. I mean, you can't get them both from Bayern. It's not going to let them go. So I think if you had a choice, and if Bayern at all will sell, as we know, it's a club that doesn't have to sell to anybody if they choose not to. I think Pep would take Kimmich before he takes Musiala.
The next one we want to talk to you about is Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. Now, obviously, there's a few teams in the market for a striker right now, but we keep seeing this one coming up. Maybe it could happen in January. Do you think this would be a good fit? Do you think it would be a good move for Victor?
This is no longer a rumor. This is a fact because I'm saying it, right? I mean, Chelsea need a striker, of course. We know Osimhen, they've been in the rumor mill for him. They've been in a rumor for just about any striker because their lack of scoring goals as well. And I can't think of any that are left out there, really, in terms of young players, that kind of investment. It's not going to be cheap. And, of course, who knows if De Laurentiis will let him go. But I just think that this is going to happen. Last-ditch effort from Chelsea because, I mean, who else are they going to get?
Well, yes, so obviously we know everything that he did with Napoli and the goals that he scored. I wonder, though, if there's going to be a bit of competition for him, but you're saying it's a fact. So we'll say that you heard it here first. Janusz has gone out and said that this one is actually a fact. But just going back to Jamal Musiala very, very quickly, do you honestly think that Bayern would let him go? He's only 20.
Well, as I said, Bayern doesn't have to let anybody know. So my short answer to that, I just think, remember, when Pep was at Bayern Munich, I mean, he absolutely loved and adored Kimmich. And Kimmich hasn't been at his best, that's for sure. But I think what he does, we've seen Manchester City without Rodri in those 3 games. There's always an issue with that. But just his intelligence and ability at his best to play between the lines. And as we know, Pep will get the best out of any player, but it's easier to work with highly intelligent players in that system. So no, I don't think Bayern would let anybody go. If they don't want to let him go, they won't let him go. Same goes for Kimmich. But if there was a choice, I think Pep goes for Kimmich, and certainly Bayern Munich aren't going to let 2 players like that go.
No, and obviously there's been a lot of talk about what Kimmich's role is under Tuchel's.